Get in there.
Here are 5 lore details from the Arkham games. Please subscribe. A lot of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so if you can do that, I'd really appreciate it. But other than that, let's start with the first one here. Between Batman Arkham Origins and Batman Arkham Shadow, we can see why Harleen Quinzel eventually turns into her villainous counterpart of Harley Quinn. First of all, for context, listen to this audio tape from Harley in Batman Arkham Asylum.
Harleen Quinzel?
Call me Harley. Everyone does.
I'm surprised you want to intern here at Arkham.
I've always had a thing for extreme personalities. You can't deny there's an element of glamour to these super criminals.
I'll warn you right now, these are hardcore psychotics. Most would rather kill you than speak to you.
I'm sure I'll be fine, Doctor.
They'll eat you for breakfast. I mean it. 1 or 2 of them will enjoy it too. Be careful.
So Harleen, even before becoming Harley Quinn, always thought that basically supervillains were very interesting and she had a high interest for them. As we see in Arkham Origins, we see in the scene where she's with the Joker in Blackgate that Joker is talking to her about how he's getting obsession with Batman, but the entire time, Harleen thinks he's talking about her. Joker uses that to manipulate her, and as we see, she's tied up and Batman has to go save her at the end of the game. Look at what her reaction is to Batman saving her.
Are you okay?
What's it to you?
You were almost killed.
Occupational hazard.
It's almost as if she expects for Joker's behavior to be like this, right? Like she expects and forgives Joker. Now, between Batman Arkham Origins and Arkham Shadow, the relationship develops more off-screen. We know this because in the audio tapes in Batman Arkham Shadow, they play a game where they pretend to meet each other for the first time. Each time. This actually fixes a retcon in Arkham Asylum where they meet there for the first time, but now it's a game they play, which is pretty cool. However, because of Arkham Shadow, it becomes clear the reason she becomes Harley Quinn eventually is not only because of the Joker, but also how she was treated and how everything pushed her to the edge. The biggest example was when Jonathan Crane, aka the Scarecrow, was in charge of her, and he fired her over some BS. Soon after, we see in that game that she kind of gets excited seeing Crane's secret base. The whole spectacle of what the theatrical evil stuff looks like fascinates her. And finally, we see that she transfers Joker out of his cell. Does she actually transfer him somewhere legitimately, or does she help him escape? We don't know. But the fact of the matter is that Harley gets pushed over the edge because Gotham creates their villains. It seems that Harleen doesn't fully become Harley Quinn, though perhaps years after, once Arkham Asylum gets built as seen in the audio tapes in Arkham Asylum. The plans for her to become Harley Quinn slowly and becoming evil more and more become set in stone during Arkham Shadow. Hugo Strange. Although not really shown too much in the Arkhamverse, unfortunately, he does a lot of things behind the scenes. People fixate on how he knows Batman's identity, but really, he knows so much about all the prominent figures in Gotham, and that's not talked about enough. So in the lore of the Arkhamverse, Hugo is gone for a very, very long time, seemingly. In Arkham Origins, it's established that he runs a section of Blackgate, and he's like the boss. But in Arkham Shadow, it's confirmed that he leaves his job and kind of just vanishes without telling anyone, and Scarecrow takes his place. In Arkham City, Catwoman mentions that Hugo has been gone for years.
That's not what I wanted to hear. What about Strange?
I don't trust him. He's been missing for years, and then is suddenly put in charge of running Arkham City. Rumor has it he's been working with Joker.
Now, does that mean that Hugo has been gone the entire time between Arkham Shadow and Arkham City? Because that would be like 10 plus years, right? Or did he come back and then leave again? It doesn't really matter. Fact of the matter is that he's been gone for years. And what did he do for all those years? Presumably, collect information on all the prominent figures in Gotham, like Bruce being Batman, but also Two-Face's dirt, Catwoman's dirt. He tries to get dirt on the Joker, and he uses it against them. As we all know, he knows Bruce Wayne is Batman, but if you look at his audio tapes in Arkham City, he uses everybody's dirt against him. For example, Catwoman has a friend named Holly, someone she's gone through thick and thin with, and Hugo gets Selina to obey him because he threatens to kill her.
You speak. Good. You never knew your father, correct?
Enough, Strange. This is over.
If you say so. Captain, do you have the girl in your sights? Yes, sir. Kill her.
No!
Are you prepared to talk? I thought so. Keep the girl targeted, Captain.
You bastard.
Shall we continue?
Another one is Two-Face. He takes advantage of Harvey's addiction to his coin. He even knows about his wife, etc. Not that that's hard to get because it's all public information, but still, he uses her against Harvey. The interesting thing with Harvey is that Hugo gives him a choice. He throws Harvey's coin in the air, and if Harvey takes it, he'll let Harvey run amok in Arkham City. But if he doesn't, Hugo will help him to get better.
Throw the coin in the air. If you let it fall, I will do whatever I can to cure you. I will help you become the man you used to be. Or, if you grab it, I will let you loose in Arkham City, and I will tell you what Catwoman is doing right this second. I can't decide. You have to. At this moment, Catwoman is preparing to steal the contents of the safe in your old campaign office. The bitch! We need to stop her. And you may. Goodbye, Mr. Dent.
His tone when Harvey chooses to grab the coin sounds almost sad, like he wanted to help Harvey. It's very interesting. With Riddler, he managed to actually get under the Riddler's skin, taunting Riddler with knowing Batman's identity. It's very interesting as well. And I'm not going to show all the audio tapes, but I do want to explain how he manipulated the rest of the villains. So for Quincy Sharp, he's able to manipulate him through his schizophrenia to be able to make him do whatever he wants, since Quincy is a dumb, gullible bitch. With Mr. Freeze, I'll give you 3 guesses on what he used to make Mr. Freeze do what he wants. Yeah, you probably guessed it, it's kidnapping his wife. With Penguin, he genuinely helps Penguin get weapons into Arkham City because he wants to continue his experiment in Arkham City, which includes the inmates killing each other. He was honest with the Penguin because it helped both parties out. With Mad Hatter, he used Alice as a way to get Mad Hatter to do what he wants, and also learn more about Mad Hatter's formula this way, since he actually used Mad Hatter's mind-controlling formula to create his own army, which is cool. And with the Joker, Joker was the only one he couldn't crack. Naturally, Joker turned a 180 on him at the end, which is pure Joker. So as you can see, I believe Hugo was gone for so many years to secretly study these people, learn who they are, what makes them tick, and came back to Gotham to perform his Arkham City experiment. It's really interesting. Hugo, unfortunately, isn't shown too much in the games, but if you look more at the subtle lore with him, it makes sense and is very interesting on what he seemingly does off screen. It's a shame because knowing this, it could have been really cool to see this, would have given him so much more memorable deaths, so to speak, in Arkham City, but knowing this now, it makes me appreciate this villain more. The Flash. The Flash actually has a surprising amount of lore in Arkham Knight, and a lot of superheroes are referenced in specifically Arkham Knight, but the Flash is the one I want to discuss since there's a lot of references to him. So to start, I'll bring up Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Barry Allen, the Flash, is a part of the JLA in that game. Yes, this game has Barry Allen as a Flash, but Suicide Squad to me isn't canon. I just wanted to point it out though. Going back to Arkham Knight, in general, Barry Allen is the main Flash that joins up with the Justice League. Barry Allen is from Central City. Does Central City exist in the Arkham games? Yes, it does. In Arkham Origins, you can see signs for Central City, so we can infer this Barry Allen is from Central City. However, throughout the Rocksteady games, Central City isn't referenced as much, but the city of Keystone is referenced way more. Hugo Strange mentions Keystone City.
By the end of the month, new camps in Keystone and Metropolis will open, each modeled after Arkham City.
Thugs in the overworld of Arkham Knight mention it, and they also reference the Flash in that as well.
I'd rather take over Gotham than Keystone. At least you can see Batman coming.
So Keystone City is home to 2 Flashes, Jay Garrick, which is regarded as like the first OG Flash, and Wally West, the 3rd Flash. So with this statement, I would say that Barry Allen has been the Flash for like a while, like years, where it makes sense for there to be multiple speedsters like Wally and Barry. In Arkham Knight, all the other superheroes are a thing. Like you can see Superman flying in the Metropolis signs, or Green Arrow is referenced, or the Keystone City signs have a red blur running by. Also, with Wally West here, him and Nightwing are usually really good friends, and they're on the Titans team together. Did the Titans happen in the Arkhverse? We don't know. However, there's a challenge map referencing the Titans team where you play as Nightwing, so if you take it with a grain of salt, it could make sense that Nightwing perhaps joins the Teen Titans in his early years maybe, alongside Wally West, could be possible. But I really like these details with the Flash, shows how outside Arkham Knight, the world feels alive, it moves on, there's other heroes with subtle Easter eggs that you have to put together, like the Flash stuff here. I think it's really cool, and who knows, maybe we'll get Teen Titans Kill the Justice League at some point in the future. The Court of Owls, a popular villainous group in the Arkham games, has reared their ugly head in the latest entry, Batman Arkham Shadow. We've talked about the Court before, but Arkham Shadow updates us on their whereabouts. The Court of Owls are an ancient society that has controlled Gotham for centuries, using political influence and planned assassinations to wield power throughout the city. They're, I would say, the biggest villain group we've never encountered in the Arkham games, which is interesting. Partially because when Arkham City came out, the Court of Owls did not exist until a year later, interestingly enough, right? But with Arkham Origins and beyond, they do exist. First off, let's get the stuff most people know out of the way. In Arkham Origins in the Gotham Royal Hotel, you can find statues of the Talons. Talons are the undead assassins that do the nasty work for the court. So with these statues, we can infer that this hotel is under their supervision, which is really cool. Also, under the Pioneer's Bridge, you can find a book with the Court of Owls poem inside, referencing their existence. People view them as a myth when in actuality, they are very real. Now with that, these two things were the only references to the court for years, until Arkham Shadow. So in Batman Arkham Shadow, The Question has a talk show you can listen in on. The Question is one of the best DC detectives and he has a mask that makes it so he appears without a face. Pretty badass if you ask me. Anyways, he shares some insight on the Court of Owls. Check out this audio tape with him.
This might sound funny coming from me, but not everything is a conspiracy. I mean, you start from solid foundations, but then you take things too far. Like your Gotham Illuminati and their zombie assassins.
No, I never said they were zombies. They were pumped so full of drugs, they kept coming after you shot them. The GCPD's redacted files spell it out, Lonnie. Now, I am done being insulted by some coward with a voice changer. No more questions from you. We're done.
So as you just listened to, The Question has been investigating the court. It would not be far-fetched to assume that Batman has some suspicions as well. So it kind of sounds like Batman will be nearing his fight with the Court of Owls because the court is never referenced in the Rock City trilogy, not once. I always assumed that Batman defeated them early on in his career because of this, permanently getting rid of them, and because of that, they're never referenced in the Rock City games. So to me, Batman takes them down early on in his career. It's really interesting. Maybe Batman and the Question team up to take them down. That would be a dream come true. It'd be super awesome, but for now, we just have to speculate. Lady Shiva. It does not get talked about enough how Lady Shiva really tried to help corrupt Gotham City and was one of the predominant factors in doing so. So in Batman Arkham Origins, she's one of the assassins that was hired to kill Batman. But really, she doesn't care about that and would rather just test Batman and also influence the notable figures of Gotham for herself. For example, Shiva tried to get Batman to join her side. That failed as we saw in the game, but Batman wasn't the only one. She also tried to get Bane to join their side. Check out this audio tape between them.
Answer my question. Why are you here?
Same as you, of course. Money, glory.
Don't play games with me.
But you can play the cunning brute? I know of your reliance on venom, and your desire to eliminate it.
How do you...
When you've lived as long as the Master has, you can gather a great deal of knowledge.
You're working for him. What is he planning?
You know better than to question his motives.
So based off this, first off, it seems that Bane knows about the League of Assassins and Ra's al Ghul, which is really interesting to think about, and that Shiva is collecting information on not just Batman, but also people like Bane. Who knows who else, right? And in her next audio tape, she talks with Quincy Sharp. Now listen to her audio tape with Quincy.
I'm simply saying that my master shares your hatred of criminals.
Listen, I'm not sure who you are or what you want, but I don't appreciate you meddling in my business.
We are hardly meddling. My master is simply offering you assistance. An opportunity you yourself say you desire.
What makes him so sure he can do it?
Well, it certainly won't happen overnight. There are steps we must take.
Strings. I knew it.
You say you want to be mayor, that you want to purge the city of criminals. Then taking this position is hardly a string.
So what did you say this facility was called?
Arkham Asylum.
So Quincy Sharp from the Arkham games is easily manipulated. He's a walking puppet. Shiva suggests reopening Arkham Asylum for all the crazy villains in Gotham. Shortly after, in the game's post-credit scene, Quincy announces that he will be opening Arkham Asylum soon after. So Shiva likely planted the seeds for Arkham Asylum, which is super interesting to think about. Not just Shiva, but likely just the League of Assassins as a whole. The League started a lot of things that would spiral Gotham out of control. Not only Arkham Asylum, but Arkham City too, right? With Ra's al Ghul being the person who gave Hugo access to creating it. Now, what happens to Shiva afterwards in the Arkhamverse is unknown. We don't ever hear from her after she vanishes in her mission on Arkham Origins. There are theories as to what happened to her, but nothing concrete. Did she die? I doubt it, since Shiva is far too powerful of a character for her to just simply die. Maybe her work at Gotham is done and she's on to other cities. Who knows? But the League of Assassins planted the seeds for the terror that Gotham would ensue, and ultimately, Batman has to be there to stop it. And those are 5 lore details in the Arkham games. Let me know if I got anything wrong or if I'm handsome, but other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next video. Stay safe and peace.